The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And that's where we're coming to you from tonight. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, I just have, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is uptown.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
We're actually,
that is true.
We might be having a teeth or two after.
There it is. There it is. And that is true.
Whatever that is.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jay. And it's Lillard in at the guard position. And for Houston, all out there with Gordon. Then it's Christian Wood. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Tate in at the 3 spot.
And former 6th Man of the Year winner Eric Gordon is such an integral part of this Rockets run of success.
Found his niche as a secondary scorer, a physical player. He can hold his own defensively.
Well said, Kenny.
That's it, man. It's almost like I was reading.
I know it. Like it just came right to your mind. Bang, there it was, right?
Because it was like etched in my mind on stone.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Milwaukee now. Passes it to Jay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Now here's Wall. Shoots over Lillard. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Antetokounmpo against Wall. And the double up Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Gordon. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
They get it back. Bucks passing it around. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Tate, and there's the lay-in.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautiful.
Kicks it out to Love. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range.
He's such a tough guy to defend. Love can do the dirty work against you down low and then just as quickly stretch you out.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. This is their first time seeing the Bucks this season. And, of course, that means it's the first time facing Antetokounmpo. Coach didn't mince words. He told me, Giannis is our focus. It's going to be a tough job, and we're never going to take him out of the game, but we have to minimize his impact. There's clearly a lot to worry about when it comes to the Greek Freak. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. With the growth of the G League guys, some have predicted the NBA will eventually expand the draft to more than 2 rounds or more players. NBA. Oh, what a beautiful play!
Intensity, did you see that? Great. Oh, Dame, you didn't have to do that, but he wants to make a statement. You can't stop him.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the evening. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. side, Gordon. Fires the three. A shot off that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
The crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
Olenek the pass to Wood. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break, Milwaukee. Launches the three. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. Well, you look at Jay, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Ball against Lillard. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And the three ball is good.
Well, yeah, the touch, the timing. You got to know how Gordon is a threat to shoot off the pass.
Lillard attacking. Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6 overall?
It was interesting because I wasn't sure if I was going to second.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for me. And they took me without an interview. And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that.
A high-paying job.
A high-paying one at that.
No less.
Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-6 run. Wall with a block.
Height, Wall possesses. It allows him to get up to these type of blocks. Shooters have to be aware of his reach.
Wasted no time on that one. Gordon's got 8.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Fires from 14. Wall, no luck. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point lead. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Ball against Lillard. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
Inside, Allen. Rockets with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Here's Lillard. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
For the players, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but we also see performance incentives. I'm sure that's got to be a motivator, right, with those incentives in that contract.
If that motivates you to play, then something's wrong with you, an incentive.
Because you should love it.
Because the guaranteedness of being there and the wanting to win should motivate you anything more than anything else.
And honestly, like, most guys, this sounds crazy, but they don't really know all the language in the contract. They just know it's got a G at the end of it. It's guaranteed. Because, like, you really don't think about that stuff. And you sure as heck don't think about it in the heat of the battle.
Porter looking it over. Bradley against Lillard. 6 to shoot. Now here's Porter. D right on him. Wood can't hit.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Love. They grab their own miss. The pass to Giannis. And another shot. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Outside Porter. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Jay. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Now a timeout called by Houston. They want to keep it rolling here. Following the win against Dallas.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
Houston making a switch. House is checked in. Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Dunn passes to Canner. It's deflected, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nuggets trailed by 5. Outside Bradley.
And this is one area where Dunn flat-out dominates. His defense is often consistent and intimidating.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Here's Covington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Too many teams been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You know, you got guys who are 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on the plane with shades. You know, instead of hard hats, you know, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Like, that's a part of it, too, because now you get everybody's best.
Everybody.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Rockets trail by 6. Outside Bradley. No good there. Dunn with some nice D.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Count that one.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
On against Bradley. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Antetokounmpo defending, and the shot is good.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Dunn's shot's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Porter. Defense is right there, and Kanter pulls it down.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. The offensive rebound, and Kanter throws it down.
when it comes to offensive rebounding. Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Bradley against Dunn. Bradley dishes to Porter. A three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Here's Dunn. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Milwaukee shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
And it's Bradley with the ball for the Rockets, trailing by 10. Antetokounmpo defending, lays it up off the glass.
More of a two-guard in the point guard's body. Bradley doing a little playmaking.
Dunn kicks to Covington. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Dunn. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Dunn's got 9 points.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Now here's Porter, guarded closer. That one goes. Good.
They've tailored their offense around him. Let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Bucks leading by 8. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control in this game.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Houston, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Here's Mwaba. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo. All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Enes Kanter, also Robert Covington out there, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the center, filling out the middle. Conchar, the pass to Antetokounmpo, to the middle. Here's Kanter. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Kanter's got 6 points. Not too long ago, we saw a number of NBA players balk at joining the U.S. national team. Kenny is someone who has played in the colors of red, white, and blue, representing this country. Why are players lining up to represent the U.S.?
Well, I think it's also a combination of the team. The investment that they have in their personal players individually is from a contractual standpoint. They're scared of the risk. So it's not just the player's decision. I'm sure that there are teams that are calling their players and say, we'd rather you not play.
And we've seen big-time injuries in that regard.
And the other thing is, too, our guys now, you know, back when we played, you only did international competition once. Right now, some of these guys have done it 5, 6, 7 times.
Yes.
And you factor in their long runs in the postseason, man. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
A lot of basketball. Mora, the pass to Covington. Over Olynyk. Here's Fernando. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Rockets trailed by 9. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Off the inbound, he lays it in. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
And when he gets going, Gordon can be a very hard man to cool off. I mean, he wasn't a 6th man of the year for nothing.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Ojale is checked in. Here's Nora. Pass to Fernando. Milwaukee the rebound. The shot's good from Cantor.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. One cover. His first basket of the night.
Wall faces up. This is the most natural area for him.
Over the last few years, Jet, the step-back three has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? The first time I ever saw it. I never saw a step back until he
And
played.
it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? He's like, no, it's a step. And now we got the step to the step back.
Side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to dribble.
Yeah. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play. Oh, that's blocked. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Lobs it up for Cantor. He's covered by Cantor. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead